to stream. Ah, this is probably it, I take it. Derp. Okay, that's really bad. Well, this is my second stream, so yeah, well, what do you expect? I'm sorry. So we're going to have this one. Okay, so what we're going to do, well, we're going to go into core, because that's going to be easier. Select an era. Do we want, and there we are, yeah. See, I can screw up on Tim Pot local hospital radio. Yeah, and I actually F-bombed. I can completely screw up on internet radio as well. And yeah, I can screw up on here as well. So what do we want? We want the mid-23rd century. Okay, so we're going to go with Starfleet personnel. And species, you know what? Captain Trek and copied. If you guys want to come in, oh, come on. You know what? I should not have played World of Warcraft earlier. I think that's how you invite. Anyway, so if you guys want to jump in, go for it. Come on in. Okay. So, what species should we go for, Captain Trek, for your character? Forgetting Romulans. Okay, don't just ignore Romulans because they shouldn't be on here for playable for Federation. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to solo layout. Extend. No, we don't want to extend. No, we don't add that to stream. Oh, dear me. See, I'm just having a really, really bad day today. So what I'll do is I'll actually do that. That'd be easier. So what do we want as a character today? You know what, it's weird, but there's no Remans. Anyone? Anything? Okay, we'll go with hello, how are you doing, Colin? Mr. Smith?
Fine.
Awesome. So obviously you've done your character, so what do you reckon we should go for?
Well, you were saying, I'm trying to think, you were doing film era, weren't you?
Well, we're just going to do a character, and then we'll change one of the characters in the Kobayashi Maru.
Oh, okay, got you. Human maybe if she's just in a general character, human might be best because that's got the most variety. But my other alternative, I was also going to might also done an Andorian actually.
Andorian, yeah, we haven't got an Andorian in the actual thing. So
because Andorian we can have as far back as Enterprise, can't we?
Enterprise era. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I do love it in Enterprise when Shrine goes, pink skin.
Oh yes.
Oh, that is my favourite one. Okay, do we allow class species talents? No, I don't think so. Okay.
One thing I always did find a bit odd with Star Trek was how they always seemed to do the crossbreed. They made it very clear in the original series that it was very, very, very difficult for Spock and Amanda, for Sarek and Amanda to breed. And then you get Next Gen coming along, and everybody seems to be half breed. So
I think my favorite Klingon in Starfleet, or half Klingon in Starfleet, is B'Elanna.
Yeah,
B'Elanna is just top-notch character for me. Okay, so what do you reckon? For talent, Meanwright Hook, I think. Random Strike has a vicious one.
okay.
Pack Tactics. Oh no, we only choose one. Okay.
Yeah.
Calibration, not always calibration. Oh, you know what? I have not made this. Not to be honest, I have not made the character in weeks. Well, my last character I actually made was Klingon for a game that I'm actually working on the thing for on Roll20 for others. So we have that. It's hard when it goes out of your head. Okay, so
well, the Ushan is the Tellarite specific one. That's the hand weapon. Yeah. One thing I must admit, I always do. I tend to be more of a what is my character than who is my character, and I do always tend to be a bit wary of maybe when I look at something and thinking, okay, how useful is it going to be? Is it something that's this is gonna come up once or twice? That's the bit that I said to you. I found confusing because this is another species world. Now, if everything was on there but the race I chose, it would be immediately obvious what that meant. But no, the race you chose is on there as well.
Andorian.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense if you're an Andorian. That suggests if you're an Andorian, that's what you get living on another species world. But then why are the others there? It's not that well written.
No. Okay, so we're going to go homeworld because why not? Okay, attributes. Select one. Okay. We'll have presence and discipline. This is going to be security officer, I think. I have my eye on you, pink skin.
But one thing I did notice they don't make entirely clear here is, of course, is that if you're going, are you going for a new character, an academy, or the short-term new character, newly minted ensign or cadet, because you can't have anything above, you can't have any of the disciplines above 4.
No.
Which I had to go through at least twice and see what my maths was doing. I'm sure at one point I got science at 5, which of course you didn't let me have.
You know, my maths just goes completely out the window. It's like, yeah, right, whatever.
I literally ended up writing it down on a bit of paper, and actually I literally top of the sheet was all the stats and all the not the talents, the disciplines, and what they were and what they could be. But actually, for starters, what they were when I'd done the character in the first place, because I was recreating the character so I could bring the background in. which I found that yeah, I literally get to my keyboard, so it's got up by 1, and then, oh no, wait, no, let's go by 5. No. Oh.
Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna roll d6 on this. I'm going to re-roll it if it doesn't do it. Oh my god, I'll keep on coming up once. Okay, so we'll do it again. Right, let's see. 5. Okay, science and technology. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now then, do you accept or rebel against your upbringing? Well, science can have its advantages in security, because you could be like you need to scan your area for evidence and the like.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna up attributes. Okay, so science of 1 goes up to 2. Okay, so that's okay. Control of reason, that's fine. Talent. Okay, let's see. Bold. Security. Okay, whenever you attempt a task with security and you buy 1 or more d20s by adding to threat, you may re-roll a single d20.
I'm not that familiar with. In fact, I have no familiarity whatsoever with the actual mechanics of the game. So a lot of these, I was thinking, okay, I'm not quite sure exactly what that means, but let's go for which is why I haven't gone for any of that sort of one. The specifically, obviously, mechanics related ones. But
Yeah, because what I've actually done is I've actually gone and put help sheets in the handouts, so that for whoever's doing this, that, and the other can actually go right. Okay,
yeah,
just for reference.
yeah. Well, I got hold of a copy of the manual as well, so I had that open as I was going through the character creation, which was helpful.
Yeah. Also, some of the actual specialty 6 are like, what? Just looked at them, just like, you what? Okay, so collaboration. Okay, we'll do that one. Cautious. You know what? Actually, this one would probably be better. Yeah. Okay, focus. I would say something like focus of power systems. Because if you're stuck on the bridge and the power goes out,
Yeah.
that would probably be one of the better things. In the Next Gen episode, where Miles O'Brien, Ensign Rowe, I tell you what, Michelle Forbes does play an awesome Ensign Rowe, because she's probably the only one who did it. And Troy on the bridge, and Troy was there going, "What do I do?" And it was just basically O'Brien and Rowe doing everything. Okay, so here we go with Starfleet Academy. Okay.
I took it from
The
the,
expensive stuff.
I took it from the title of the Kobayashi Maru that you actually wanted us to be Starfleet Academy cadets. Which is why I didn't do the enlisted,
Yeah,
because I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because sometimes enlisted can have other skills, but
I didn't see the enlisted stuff. We must have added that a couple of months back. Okay, so go officer track. Go operations. Okay, so control of 10, daring of 8. Okay, we've got an Andorian who likes to fight, so up to 8. Insight, and I think presence should be okay. Majors in security. Other disciplines.
I would have thought, if you're sort of following the logic of it, medicine possibly for security as well, because you think, I mean, you look at most military, most police and the like are going to have some first aid training.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And take one in command. Oh, 3 focuses. Let's see. Okay. Hand-to-hand combat. Definitely shipboard tactical systems. And computers. Okay. Talents. I'll tell you what, it's hard thinking, and you're streaming, and
Yeah.
It's silence because you got your head going. You can't. Some people can't do one thing at once. Whenever you attempt a medical test, go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking down them, interrogation, or you've got proud and honourable, which is the Andorian again, rather than security. Quick to action. During the first round of any combat, you and your allies ignore the normal cost to retain the initiative. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it sounds good to me. But and especially if you're going for more combat-oriented character.
Calibration. Quick to action. Yep, that sounds good. Ooh, value. This is one thing that really does my head in, is values.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I had a reason. Unfortunately, you know, it's half my values are probably pretty much the same one. They're almost different versions of the same one. Yeah, it's because it's also something they can't actually really give you any examples of.
No, not on here. All right, let's get this core book up again. Wakey, core book. The dreaded blue circle.
Oh God, yes. My laptop's so slow. Every so often, whenever I don't know what's a laptop. Every so often, Acrobat Reader will just die completely. Another time, as you open it up, it takes ages to actually open, even a one-page blinking.
Traits, tasks. Conflict.
I think they give some examples in the manual, don't they, for each one, if I remember right.
Yeah. It's just, for me, it's just remembering where they are in here. I haven't opened the core book in such a long time.
Oh.
Mainly for me, I've been playing Traveller.
I did a load of. I discovered Seth Skorkowski's channel a little while ago, and he does a lot of role playing stuff. And I actually followed one of his videos because I used to play Traveller a little bit, and I went through, and I've got half a dozen Traveller characters. Admittedly, I was doing them at least in part so I could actually just write the story up rather than as characters for play. So I did fiddle the randomness a little bit, shall we say?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's quite as interesting, but that one looks like slightly more interesting, sort of thing.
Traveller, the only place where you can actually die in character creation.
Yes, that's one thing I thought. Okay, you know, it's a character creation system where you can actually come up with a character you completely have no use for whatsoever. There's not really any good for you whatsoever.
Yeah, and all the character is so heavily in debt, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, you can come up only going start. Yes. Hey, I'm on Starship. Okay,
hey, I got my own ship, but I'm so much in debt for it.
Every so often, the scouts are going to come back for you. Yeah.
Let's pay off all of this.
Their example for that on Andoria is proud son or daughter of Andoria. That's the only example value they've got there. That's on.
Oh, that's on the Andorian.
Yeah, that's on page. Yeah, page 103 or page 108, depending upon how Acrobat's going. Because it's 103, but because of the way Acrobat counts out, I've actually got 108.
Yeah.
Did they have any? Okay.
So sometimes it's just weird. What was it? What's the other one? D&D, yeah, straightforward. Achtung Cthulhu, now that is really good because it's set in World War II. So basically, everything that happens in World War II is there, is it has or will happen.
Yeah, I was seeing that. I've never actually played. I played Cthulhu. I played Dark Ages Cthulhu a while ago, but the way the GM was sending it, it wasn't dark. It was early Dark Ages, as in we were there when Hengist and Horsa came over, and I'm absolutely convinced that the GM was setting up one of our characters to become King Arthur. I'm convinced that's where he was heading, because of the way things were going, the way he was running it. So unfortunately, I didn't have I never finished playing it. It was literally 5th century. Rome had just gone.
Okay, career. At this stage of choice about your career, this decision is clear on you. You're a young officer fresh out of the academy. Okay, so we need to do one event for this. So it's
you end up actually getting 2.
So basically, it's untapped potential.
Yeah.
Okay, another value. You know what, I just hate when this, and I've actually supposedly turned my camera off, and it's not wanting to do anything, which is weird. Yeah, which is a built-in one. Which, yeah.
One thing I've discovered you can do is you can type literally anything into the value and it'll accept it, so you don't have to type anything in, and then you can obviously overwrite it later on in it, because it exports as an editable PDF.
Yeah.
Which is really helpful because it's
untapped. So your career is events. Select career event. Okay.
I would say, bearing in mind that we've currently got security at 4, so as regards game mechanics, anything that affects security, anything that affects security is that is not going to do anything.
Yeah, and since it's editable, then we can just basically cut it all off.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling you should actually be able to shuffle around when the final steps, I think. But this is a bit where, as I said, I had to fiddle about a bit when I was writing mine up to actually put it, say, rather than this is early in my career, this is on a obviously we've got beyond the academy. So if you're doing an academy cadet, then obviously this has got to somehow fit in your academy career rather than your first assignment.
Absolutely, yeah.
But there will be a second one as well, of course.
UCMJ. Uniform Code of Military Justice. Career event. I don't understand why it won't let you say, "Okay, I'm done."
No, I didn't get that. I noticed. Obviously, I thought you can't do anything that's just a brand new character. You can't do something that's just starting on the grid. I've got already had. I mean, in I suppose in traveller terms,
yeah,
it's like you've got to got you've got that second term, and you kind of just did your first term of basic general education and the rest of it.
Absolutely. What was it? Yeah, I was going to show, hopefully. Roll20's taken a long time to load up, so no, we won't bother with Roll20 today. Because on the back, it's like magnitudes and stuff like that, which is how you rank up, which I think is a bit weird. For every other RPG that I've played, you get experience. And with Traveller, it's whenever you travel to wherever, which is a week's travel when you jump from system to system.
Yeah,
that's a week of that's a week of training. That's fine.
Yeah. Or even things like RuneQuest, where you don't actually do anything. But if you've successful, if you take the skill, you get a chance to try and move that out to increase that attribute at the end of the game, or a suitable break if at the GM's discretion.
Yeah.
What it also, the other thing it doesn't actually mention is when you've done the first one, you get a second one. You have 2 career events before you can finish.
Oh, finishing touches. Well, I think that's pretty good, spaced out. So we'll go and finish this one. You have not distributed all attribute points. Hooray! Okay, fine. Distributed all discipline points. There, done. Lieutenant Junior grade. Export to PDF. And now, rewind the handle of power.
We did remember to feed the hamsters in the hamster wheel, didn't we?
Hamsters? So, no, we did, I just put bubbles in front and then they'll just run. Copy. We'll then download and save. It's quite funny actually because Bubbles she just comes along and she will just come in, give a shriek, and as if to say, "Hey, Mum, guess what I got?" What's this? She's so far her tally is several butterflies, umpteen grasshoppers, and she's also had a grass snake in as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, thanks, Bubbles. Yeah, as you can probably see, yeah, I've got loads of games I play. Was it the last game I gave up was Nightspawn one, Palladium one. Oh, it was just hilarious. The character was a frost fairy, and it's like, yes, chaotic neutral. This guy's standing in front of you. He's not standing, he's running towards you. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna throw a just gonna freeze his head. You're gonna what? I'm just gonna freeze his head. And everyone was like, you're kidding. I was like, no. And the guy just ran straight into it. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. He's down. Anybody else?
One of the first ones I really liked was the original Tunnels and Trolls, which came with a load. In fact, it was always designed for solo play. It was all D6, and it was the first one you could actually have a fairy as a character.
Oh, awesome.
Really high magic, but very low strength and low carrying capacity, because you know.
Oh yeah. You got
Tinkerbell, yeah, Tinkerbell.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our character done. I think next week I'm going to do a Star Wars character.
Yeah, presumably. Oh, I like that background.
Yeah, one of my favourite shows. Did you actually know there is 2 versions of the Babylon 5 pilot?
No, I didn't. I've got the beginning gathering.
There's the beginning, which comes later on because it's Londo telling the story.
Yeah.
Basically, the American version, there's like this guy coming in with dust. He attempts to take Lita Alexander hostage.
All right.
But that fails. I think it's Lita Alexander. I can't remember. And Commander Sinclair and Lita are walking through the alien sector. And they're having a long chat, which actually those 2 scenes actually got cut out of the UK version.
No, I was going to say because I remember it was because the UK version is just. I don't think there's any dust isn't mentioned at all, unless it's extremely in passing until you get the episode with
Jakar.
With Jakar, with Bester comes in Jakar, yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have to do some Babylon 5 lore. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say. I mean, I was looking the other day because I'd seen a couple of other people do stream on Roll20, and I was looking. I still can't work out how you actually find what games are on there. I presume you have to set up a game and then someone invites you to the game.
Yeah, and you know, you search for the games. You what's it? Then you send a request to join.
Because I did play a while ago. I haven't played for years now, but I did play the original Babylon Project.
I had that. That was ages, and was it? I was actually waiting for book number 3 to come out, and it never did.
And I don't know if it wasn't the Babylon Project. There was a book called the Babylon 5 Security Manual.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And one of the delights in that was at one point there was briefings, and one of them was about a number of alien races. And one of the alien races was basically the Khaleds before Davros turned them into Daleks.
Khaleds.
Yeah.
Okay,
they
okay,
were
that's
raised-
Doctor Who.
Yes, exactly. But this race in Babylon 5 was called. It was one letter out of being an anagram of Daleks. It was obviously deliberate to paying homage for the Daleks. And I wish I could find a book. I've no idea. I can't find a copy online either. Yeah, that was really good. It was good. But I've been catching up again because I've been watching the Ambassador and the Zocalo channels, and I've just finished Zahadum. I just finished season 3. Getting ready to go into season 4.
Yeah, I've got to go back and watch it.
Well, that didn't take very long doing that either, did it? It's nice and reasonably quick running, that one.
Yeah.
Creation took a long time.
Yeah, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's complicated. It took me 4 days to do a Klingon with the and it was like, oh.
Well,
No, I reckon they're gonna do a Romulan one.
I think it's probably easier to do, I suspect, if you've got some idea of what you want, or you're happy to have a completely utterly random character. I mean, I knew roughly which is why I said why I stuck, because I liked, there was something I quite liked the idea of, okay, why is this guy open to? Well, he grew up on a world that wasn't his own, but he rejected.
What was it in the Delta in the Delta Quadrant? You can actually have a liberated Borg character.
Wow! I almost wish we were doing DS9 era, because I had a character years. It must have been in the mid-90s. Pretty much, I think, around the time that Deep Space was coming up, we were doing a science fiction. It was a very open. It was Dennis's own universe, but there were a lot. He'd been playing it for a while, but there were a lot of things coming in from other things. Like, my character was a changeling, and I helped come up with the whole background for the changing, based a little bit on Odo, but that was great because he skills like shapeshift. It was sort of quite a bit of Star Wars in there because we were the Resistance, and that was a fun game. But not bad, Tom. Because in fact, I do believe the Valkyrie is probably about.
You are right. You have the Cthulhu slippers.
I do believe the Valkyries are about to go live with their Friday show as well. So we timed that just right, didn't we?
Yeah. So thanks for joining.
That's okay, fine.
And have a good rest of your day.
You too. We'll probably see you on other streams somewhere, no doubt.
Yeah. You'll probably see me on Loki's show.
It's Friday after all.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Absolutely. Why? It's nearly 5 o'clock here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Somewhere it's 5 o'clock.
No, the wrong way around. We're an hour ahead of GMT.
Where has the day gone?
Oh, I don't know. No, terrible.
Yeah, okay. Right. Anyway, I've been the Shadow Cat. This one has been Mr. Smith, and we shall catch you another time, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, let's go and see the Valkyries.
Yep.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.